another day, another grind. The Tomb Kings coming out of their graves and want to grasp the power, led by power, and the dwarfs trying to defend the plains of deserts here, led by Spotify. And yep, he has Grombrindle here, then Iron Drakes because undead hate fire. They can't heal up. We have blasting charged miners here pretty much to take the point. And Giant Slayers, Dwarf Warriors, Giant Slayers. And on the other side, Grand Hierophant Cathab. We have Ushabtis here. But the melee variant, we have Carrions. I don't know. Yeah, maybe someone expected more here. And more flying power. Then we have the range Ushabtis here with great bows. Yep, great bows. And then chaff. And another Ushabti great bow unit. So pretty much a lot of shooting. Yeah, dwarves are moving in. And something in my personal interest. So I was on a class trip this week, so that's why those matches were pretty much pre-recorded. And after the class trip, my attempt is to go on a boot camp. Really, I have to force myself play this game and get better, because I enjoy that game, but I really try to avoid it because it's so hard to learn after a long working day. But I want to, and I will have 2 weeks time to do that for sure. Yeah, Ushabtis, but back to the action. Ushabtis here fighting those miners which are trying to blast their charges into the skeleton spearmen here and deleting the first unit really nicely. Skeleton archers here now shooting into those, and yep, I would say this unit is almost gone. Probably soon disintegrating. And yeah, Ushabtis are trying to swing their swords through all those chaff units here. Great weapon, dwarf warriors. They should turn around and fight those here for sure. The giant slayers here, maybe they will do what they supposed to do against those Ushabtis. So the Ushabti is getting really blundered here a little bit. Yeah, they can kick those dwarves away, but in the end, that doesn't really help when you have the point as the dwarf player. And now Iron Drakes, really effective here, and I hope to see that they will be used a lot. But yeah, Carrions getting really nasty, and they will eat each and every unit up here. Because as I see, the point is not taken now. So Tomb King's doing a great job of destroying Iron Drakes here. And because this is not domination, you can't summon in anything else. So now it's really about Tomb Kings surviving as long as possible, shooting in, using everything you have. You have a Ushabti unit here. You have great bows here. I think that 3 great bow units were a little bit too much. And Grombrindle now moving into him. He is maybe the smallest by size, but the greatest warrior between those here. And yep, Phoenix also trying to support his lord, and yep, he's swinging his axe and will break a couple of bones here for sure. Really nice epic scene. Heal activated now, so the Iron Drakes couldn't really do a lot, but dwarves are swarming. Dwarves are coming with the giant slayers here around the backline. And what does Katep can bring to the table, right? We have physical resistance he could use. We have a little bit of damage, and he could use 2 times a sandstorm. Yeah. Over here, Carrions are nibbling away from the backline. So as long as those units are crumbling, you can use those Carrions pretty nicely. But I would use those Carrions and move onto the Iron Drakes, because when they survive and can gather more value than 97. It's maybe tougher to deal with, and a nice shot into the carrions. I think today we're eating barbecue chicken, probably. Or barbecue bone chicken. Skeleton archers here, attacked by the Dragon Slayer. He is with his Mohawk. I think he could probably swing the his haircut as well, and those skeleton archers wouldn't really do anything against him. Over here, in general, when you look at the battlefield, the dwarves have the better fighters, right? And the Tomb Kings are getting kind of hunted by those slow dwarves around the field, and they can't really use their bows effectively. But maybe there now is a chance. Everything is kind of gathering. No, it seems like Tomb King's really losing out. And those Ushabtis, maybe you can use them in a moment to fight in a meaty fight, but as it looked right now, I think the game is done. Unless you get a nice heal off somewhere and you can maybe destroy something like the Giant Slayer, and there is another Dragon Slayer. Yeah, Giant Slayer and Dragon Slayer. So those are Slayers, and this is the Dragon Slayer. Yep. The retreat is kind of nice, but I don't think that there is anything you could do. And I think Mr. Cathap, no, a couple of Ushabtis went back to their tombs, and this looks like, I don't want to call it, but that looks really nasty, like hunting for the last Ushabtis, and they're just running. We have flash bombs here, so they can't really run fast enough. Really nice use here of the flash bombs. And yep, I would say that this game, unless a couple of those carrions could do potentially, yeah, I'm not sure. You have to fight. So yeah, let's fast forward here, because this Benny Hilling here, I don't want to give you all that time for that match here. Yeah, I don't even know why you're doing that. I mean, yeah, the dwarves are slower, but what do you get from that? You get like one shot onto what? Onto a unit that maybe that can't even break, right? Yeah, they're unbreakable. So it's kind of, yeah, I know, in the middle of the fight and in the middle of the heat, with all the adrenaline pumping, you don't look at that value. And now, yeah, that was kind of sneaky here by Katap. He is trying to get the points, so now the Dragon Slayer has to focus in, but Grombrindle, he does not care. If he could, he would throw his axe, take it back, and then, yeah, having fun. So now the Benny Hilling once again starting. Felix is still also pretty much unscathed here. We have Ushabtis, they can fight, but this game is done. Point is going to the dwarves, and for now, yeah, I guess that the dwarves, they can fetch themselves a nice ale or something like that, because there's nothing left. Like, I mean, the carrions could go for something like dwarf warriors and nibbling off a couple of other units, but yeah, points wise, they can't take the point. It is still like in Love and War, you can use every tactic and every possibility, right? But Felix now hunting for Katap, and I think Felix wins that, because he is high on HP. But yeah, let's look onto the battlefield. Maybe the strategic approach here against the dwarves is kind of paying off. There are more Ushabtis left and not so many dwarf units anymore. We have one dwarf warrior unit with weapons, with great weapons. Ushabtis now fighting for their life, and I think that this could turn. Can it flip? Grumbrindle is still full on HP, and I guess that the problem is that those Ushabtis here, they still have like 5 ammunition. What do you have here? Also 6 ammunition. So I would stick to the point. I would stay there. And then let them shoot, and afterwards they have to come. And I think with both of those units here, you survive. Some unlucky Spotify has to make this decision. Moving around, juking the shots. What he is doing. Nice. Yeah, that is Warhammer 3 101. This is how you play that game. 2 ammunition left. Yeah, let's fast forward here once more. I think he wins on points because, yeah, even though you move in here now, this is like the final last stands. You need to move in with Katab as well because you're blundering Carrions and the Ushabtis here. And what's it gonna be? 1 Ushabti and Katab against 2 full HP heroes. That is basically done. But the comeback was real and possible. So I quite enjoy that for sure. And yep, they're fighting. And let's see. Nope. You now really have to run around the battlefield and survive. But Karazak Karak is victorious. So pretty nice game from both of the players, even though it was a little bit boring at the end. But value-wise, yeah, those Carrions, I think, paid for themselves. He used them pretty nicely. I think he blundered the Ushabti pretty much. You could maybe fought in a bigger blob to get more of the damage done. Because then you could have shot with your Ushabtis even more. Yeah, on this side here. So Iron Drakes were pretty much non-factor. And Giant Slayers, pretty nice. Pretty nice. And I think also that those blasting charges, miners, yeah, couple of charges I saw, but Felix, it was Felix and Grumbrindle who won the game. So guys, I'm back today and bootcamp should start soon. So for now, I'm gonna fetch myself a green tea.